Sorry it took me so long to get here today. Got tied up at work. Real joy came in just as I was about to leave. One of those people who are more likely to assume that I don't know my own name than to acknowledge that trans people exist. I swear, if I get called Victoria one more time. All I can think of is that time we were at the diner on Blackwood Ave, and that guy was being so rude to the waitress he made her cry, so when we were on our way out, you threw a carrot at him. You should come to work with me sometime. You'd have a field day with the people who go in there. Look, I know I say this every day, but Henry, I'm so sorry. I never meant... You know I never meant for any of this to happen. I need you to know that. I need you to know that I only did it because I had to. I didn't mean for you to get hurt. You're my best friend. You never gave up on me. Even after the fire, you only ever wanted to make sure that I was okay. Well, it's my turn now. I need you to be okay, Henry. Even if I crossed a line, even if you never want to look at me again, doesn't matter. I just need you to be okay. Your parents invited me over for dinner last night. I probably should have said yes. I can't remember the last time I had an actual meal. But I don't know. Just didn't feel right. I feel like if they knew the truth, if they knew that this was my fault. Plus, I don't want to risk putting targets on their backs. I think things are gonna get bad again, Henry. I ran into one of my old classmates. She said things that... Well, they have implications. About things she shouldn't know about. I know what you're thinking, but it's not paranoia. It's not. She just moved here. Here. Marksbury, middle of nowhere, Massachusetts. Right around the corner, she said. That's not a coincidence. It can't be. Especially with what she said about... Henry, I don't think it's satisfied yet. I think it's let me suffer, and it's coming to finish me off. Maybe that'd be best. No, I've got to stop saying things like that. Influences my self-image, apparently. Which is probably true. Besides, I can't die yet. Not until I make sure that no one else is going to get hurt. Not until I can apologize to you properly so I know that you hear me. Victor's being dramatic and emotional again. Big surprise. Cannot wait until you can call me a pretentious idiot again. Say that. Say that you hate me, that I'm a monster. I don't care. Just say anything. I don't care if you just spout off insults. You have every right to. Just so long as I hear your voice. You don't even know how bad things have gotten. You probably thought that the worst of it was over. That I'd sunk as low as I could. If only, huh? I almost don't want you to see me like this. I feel like I'm falling apart in every sense of the word. You told me once that I was your inspiration. I don't think you realize that you're mine. You and Elliot, you were always both so happy. You always looked to find the positive in every situation. So, what's the positive of this one? Everyone else is dead, and you might as well be. I'm a wreck, a felon, and my only surviving family member wants nothing to do with me. And now I might be hunted to top it all off. What's the bright side? Henry, I am begging you to tell me because I can't see one. I can't see a single thing to be happy about, and I desperately need one. I don't know how much longer I can take it. Not to mention the weird stuff is happening more and more lately. It seems like every week is something new. Sometimes it's small, I set something down, leave the room, and when I come back it's somewhere else. That sort of thing. Annoying, but I can live with it. Other times people get hurt. Not often, but it does happen. Is that the point I'm at now? Am I hurting people I don't even know just by existing around them? Sorry, I know you probably don't want to hear this. You're just the only one I can talk to about it. My therapist, he's fine and all, but even if it were easier for me to express my feelings, how do you explain everything to someone whose job it is to talk to people who hallucinate? I told him about the woman outside of the bar, and you could just tell he didn't believe a word I said. If that's too over the top for him, how is he gonna react to... I mean, that's a lot to take in. Granted, I wouldn't say paranormal or supernatural, but it's definitely borderline if you don't know the science behind it. I know what you said when you found out, but I didn't get a chance to explain, Henry. I know that if you knew why I did what I did, you would understand. I made a mistake. It was a huge mistake, and people died because of it, but it's like I said, you know I'd never mean for anything like that to happen. If I'd known, I never would have rushed it. I would have studied more, made certain that... Maybe that second attempt was the one. Maybe it would have worked. Actually worked. I think about that sometimes. More often than I'd like to admit. What if that was the one that would change history as we know it? I'll never find out. Frankly, I'm not sure I want to. I don't mean that. I wish I did. I'm not going to try again, don't worry about that, but it was all I focused on for so long, and suddenly it's gone. Done. Years worth of work, and for what? For it to fall apart at my feet, dragging down everyone I love with it. I could do it right if I tried again, I think. Maybe there was something wrong last time. Damage to the anterior insular cortex that I missed originally. Henry, you're the expert on cognition and neuroscience. I understand the how, you understand the why. If we worked together, you and I could change everything. Think of all the good we could do. We could change the world. Imagine sparing mankind from all that anguish. Together we could rival Prometheus, bringing fire to man. We could... No, even if I thought for a second that you'd agree, I wouldn't do that. As much as I hate to admit it, it is tempting sometimes. I wish I wasn't still curious. But deep down, something needs to know how to perfect it, and it eats away at me every day. Maybe they're right. Maybe something is wrong with me. I'm no stranger to hyperfixations, but I just wish I could shake this one. Why can't it be a normal topic, like theater or obscure geology facts? Whatever happened to when I was 10 and I knew everything there was to know about mermaid folklore? God, I wish things were still that simple. But it's not that simple. It's never going to be that simple again. Because of me. All because I decided to try and
Sorry to interrupt, but visiting hours are over.
Already?
I'm sorry, I pushed it back as far as I can. But you got here late today. He'll be here when you come back tomorrow, Mr. Frankenstein.
Right. Right. Of course.
My dear Henry Clerval, what a part you'll play in this game.
Sorry. Forgot my phone. I'll see you tomorrow.